Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All things Middle Earth here with a video on the Shadows of the Past event. We're going to talk about the chest available, the new day-night mode, as well as all locations for the secret items in the Legends of Shadow event, which will unlock you the Nazgul necklace and the secret avatar. So all that coming up in just 1 second, so stay tuned. All right, so starting out, we're going to go through and collect all the secret items in no particular order because there's 15 of them, so I'm not going to go through and do them in exact order, but I will put the title of it. So if you have a specific one you're looking for, if you know that you're looking for, the right hand of evil, for example, I'll have that text at the bottom of the screen so you can check out exactly where that is. But again, we're just going to go from the right side to the left side. You have to click this bottom right thing on the screen here, the little icon here. It lets you go into the search mode. So first of all, there is the horse head right here. You click that. That one is the Eastern King. Then we have the map piece right here, which is the War of the Ring. That's another one. We have the sword right here in the cauldron. That is going to be the In Search of Power one. Then we have the picture here of the Nazgul. It's the Have You Seen This Man? The second one for In Search of Power. The one that actually kind of tricky here, there's this smoke. It's kind of green smoke here at the bottom. That is actually one for the End of the Shadow. It touches the ground. It covers our steps. There is a dagger on the table behind Bilbo. That is the Poisonous Sting. We have a mirror right here, which is a shadow will stare back at you into the shadow, 2 out of 3. There is a hand here on the table next to the pumpkin. This one is the Left Hand of Evil. There is a Nazgul in the window here. Let me hop over here so you can see it. There is a Nazgul right here in the window. If you click right there, you get him. It is the Do Not Let the Visitor Enter Your Dwelling. It's the second one for Eastern King. Then we're going to hop over to the Matham Peddlers area, which Frodo is manning the station right now. We have behind him, there's a hand right here. It is the Right Hand of Evil. There's a Nazgul right here. If I hop back over here so you can see it, there's a Nazgul right here. It's darker than the rest of the ones that are up here, kind of ornament looking things. Click that to get the miniature horror. Then there are 2 on the table here. The first one is over here on the left side. It's this pendant right here. You click that to get the cold gracefulness. And then on the right side here, there's this little bottle right here, which is going to be the pure shadow captured. And the last 2 are not actually ones you can find. You actually have to just use emojis in the game. There are 2 at this point. At the end, there is the Pumpkin King and the kind of bat moon emoji here. So you click that one. You get the expression of horror. Then you click this one and you get the share the spirit of the night. So there you have it, all clues for the Legend of the Shadow event. This is going to get you 800 gems as well as the Nazgul necklace and the avatar. I will say on the Nazgul necklace, kind of keep hopping back and forth here so you can see it. The Nazgul necklace, it has the story kind of Kamul on it, I believe. I don't think it has any significance in terms of usefulness in the game. I think it's just a collectible item for the event to show that you played through it. But other than that, that's kind of it. So a lot of people keep asking, hey, what do we do with it? Is there going to be a thing you can do with it? Probably not. If it is, great. Like, that's going to be amazing. But I would just take it as a collectible item for playing the Halloween event, and that's it. The avatar, I think, is pretty cool. So that is that. After that, we do have the chest for the event. It is a pretty standard chest at this point because we've had this chest a multiple number of times. It's going to let you pick good or evil alignment, and then you're going to go through after you do that and pick out the items you want on your wish list. So it's a custom wish list chest, which in my opinion is one of the better ones because it's customizable. So you can go through and you can choose which tier 3 commanders you want, which tier 2 commanders and tier 1 commanders you want. The tier 2 and tier 1 commanders, if it lines up for the account that you're going for, I would personally try and get multiple items for one commander. So for example, if I was trying to go for an Eomer or a Theoden, I'd put them both on there because I have more chances to get the item that they both use. Same with the tier 1s. If I'm going for Dwalin, I'm going to put Dwalin and Ori and Merry and Pippin on here because that's 3 items instead of just 1 that are going to go to Dwalin, for example. So I would go through and do that if you're doing it. Again, you can do it with Legolas and Arwen. You can do it with Aragorn and Denethor. With Gimli, you could do Gimli and Balin, that kind of stuff. Other than that, there are no different pull rates. Everything else in the chest is the same. To my knowledge, there were a couple of new things. The Blazing Tongue, there was a Belt of the Citadel. There's a few new items that are not normally in the chest, but nothing new to the game. Just things that were previously only available in tips or NFTs and rewards or in the item chest that you can get for like $20 USD that gives you 1 item of your choosing, and you choose a specific, you choose weapon and you can get the Blazing Tongue, or you can choose accessory, you can get the Belt of the Citadel, and so on and so forth. So that is the chest, nothing special. If you're going to open 200 Mathoms, I think it's a solid one to do. But that's kind of up to you if you're gonna do that. It doesn't have any better pull rates than anything else. Now, last but not least is the day and night mode, which of course, as I'm recording this video, it is the daytime cycle, which everyone's used to. So I'm gonna put a screenshot on the screen from our last stream because we had several moments where it was nighttime. It just cycles every other hour that it goes from one to the other. From my understanding, based on how I've communicated about it, it is just for the event. However, I would be one to advocate for a permanent day-night cycle. I think it's kind of nice. It's a little bit easier in the eyes. At the very least, let people choose if they want to have the day-night cycle enabled or just choose day or nighttime. I think it'd be kind of nice, but that's just my personal preference. All in all, the Shadow of the Past event was okay. I feel like it was more of a like Halloween activity than a Halloween event. Again, a chest is pretty standard. It's not really an event to play. Neither is the day-night mode. It's just it's the Legend of the Shadow, where every day at reset for 4 days, you got to go through and you got to find 4 or 3 items, which had some story text, which was kind of entertaining, but it's not a full-fledged event. I don't think it's fair to call it that. So there was a Halloween activity that was fine, and you got 800 gems, you got a new avatar. At the very least, if you're free to play, it's something. Would I like to see more from these events? Would I like to see some of these things stay long-term, like the day-night cycle? Absolutely. So hopefully, as we move forward, we see the day-night cycle stay. And as they continue to do more events like this, just a little bit more engaging content that's not just like a tavern activity that's really, really temporary. But I know they're trying to balance out like actual game mechanic fixes and little things like this. So I'd rather them not do this stuff and work on game mechanics. So I'm not upset if they keep doing game mechanic fixes. But it's kind of fun when it's Halloween or Christmas or whatever to have some extra stuff going on. So again, I think it was a fun Halloween activity, but those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think down below. Were you impressed by it? Were you disappointed by it? You have good luck with the math and polls, all that good stuff. Let me know. And as always, I'll see you all in a future video.